Hello and welcome back to the Entertainment Vortex. We were at Brendan Theaters today watching Creed 2. Now, after seeing the trailer for this, I enjoyed the first Creed movie. I'm a big fan of the Rocky franchise as a whole. So going into this film, it lived up to a lot of expectations, even some of those expectations being maybe less important or almost formulaic in a way. I expected there to be some Rocky moments in this movie, and they definitely had those. A lot of the story itself is fairly predictable. In my opinion, to be expected. Doesn't make it any better as far as the storytelling is concerned. You're not looking at anything new, but that's not what you go into a Rocky movie for. You go into it for exciting fight choreography, and the biggest thing for me, killer performances by the actors, and it has this in spades. Michael B. Jordan is continuing to prove that he's a force on the acting world and that he's going to be around for a long time. He was absolutely outstanding. There are so many moments where he has these emotional breaks, fits of anger, and they work so well on screen. True leading man potential at this point. He starred in several films up to this point, and he continues to knock it out of the park every time he's in front of a camera. And I just appreciate having him as someone we can look to who puts in great performances. Tessa Thompson prizes her role as well, and she was also very, very good, and she had some very emotional moments. If you've seen the first movie, there are some things that she has to deal with being a musician and also having hearing loss. There's more of that coming along. The way that they expose those things is interesting and new, which is surprising for a Rocky movie, especially with its storytelling. The actor that you would expect to have more screen time is definitely Sylvester Stallone. In a lot of ways, the first movie had a lot more to do about Rocky Balboa as a character, and kind of him coming to grips with passing the torch and dealing with health problems. Those things are not the forefront in this movie. You know, he is more passing that torch fully to Adonis, and Adonis has taken over the show at this point. While that works for storytelling, it does have some of that callbacks to previous movies in the Rocky franchise, so those things have been done, but like I said, the performances are really what sell the things in this movie. The sound design in this is very good. What they do to make the boxing seem real, the visual effects are great. They have some like slow motion stuff that they do, and I really appreciated that. You could definitely tell that they used a very high quality camera in some of these shots because they were just so vivid, vibrant, and so crisp and clear. Especially in those sections with the fight choreography, all that stuff shows up really well. The soundtrack for this was very entertaining. They took some bigger hip hop artists of now, Vince Staples and the like, put that over like your typical Rocky music with some interesting percussion and beats. The music had it had its own flair, and it kind of characterizes Adonis a little bit, which was appreciated. Like I said, that character has so much exposition and so much going on that even having the little musical cues was something that was entertaining to listen to and to watch. So overall, this movie was very entertaining. It's a different outing than the first Apollo, just because you don't have as much of the Rocky Balboa component. While he does have his moments, and those moments he shines through, it is more about Adonis at this point. Definitely a Creed vehicle and not a Balboa vehicle. And that's not a problem for me. I really enjoy Adonis as a character, and they're digging in and they're picking at some of the layers and finding his motivations. And even with the villains that have been chosen for this villains, his opponents, you know, they also have characterization that makes a lot of sense and is also not one-dimensional and boring to watch. It doesn't have your Marvel issues as far as villains are concerned, or at least early stage Marvel. As Nick would say, it's not a mustache-twirling villain. This villain is motivated, and that makes their impact on screen also something palpable to enjoy. So overall, I would say I would give this movie a 9 out of 10. I felt like there were things that I liked more about the first movie in this new part of the Rocky franchise. This movie was very entertaining. I would definitely see it again. I would highly recommend it if you liked any of the Rocky movies, or if you just like Michael B. Jordan as a whole. I would definitely suggest to watch the movie.
If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We give you multiple videos every single week. And we have t-shirts available if you're interested in those as well. Those are available down in the description below. We hope you'll follow us into the Vortex. We'll see you next time.